Alright, y'all. Oh man, this is so comical. So the bitch in Taiwan finally responds to me, okay? Well, it didn't take him that long, I'll give him that. But he responds, and this is very interesting what he had to say about my debate offer. So let's go ahead and bring up that video. I'm gonna bring it up for you right now. When I mean by the bitch in Taiwan, you guys know what I mean. I mean the YTBC cop, because he called me a proxy debater. Really? Let's see. Let's see what he has to say.
What's with some people?
Welcome
They
back.
just love to fucking crawl around like fucking slugs on the ground, looking for something. You know?
It's funny you say that, because that's what he does. He likes to be in the dark, and then when someone has an opinion that he doesn't like, he trashes on them. Trolling. But when somebody trolls him, he doesn't like it. So he plays victim. He cries victim, as you should say. Yeah, find that hypocritical. But let's go ahead. Let's continue on this.
Some dumbass fucking called me out. Right?
Talking about who?
Some dude
Quest?
that's trying to push a topic that he had no fucking way of winning.
Uh,
Of course, everybody says I'm gonna duck him. He's fucking mocking me.
hold on. First of all, if you're talking about Quest is not a dumbass, all right? But does he say things that I disagree with? Absolutely. Not everybody that do I respect or I agree with, all right? But anyways, the topic you're talking about is race, which you'll love to have a discussion on. But and this is what I'm talking about, your obsession when it comes to race, because you claim you're not a racist, you claim you're not a bigot, but yet you welcome to have that discussion all the goddamn time. And yeah, you have over 300 videos or more, because you got over 1,200, 1,300 of them, and they're fixated about race. That's all it is. So basically, you'll definitely love to have that discussion with him, right? So let's continue.
So I said, fine. I will debate him.
Right.
He ran like a bitch, made excuses, and now who comes crawling in?
Yep. But let's see now, huh?
Just looking for some attention.
Nope.
Fuck, Dan the man.
That's me.
You know, this guy fucking makes video after video, fucking saying that I'm not worth discussing. I have no boxing knowledge.
You don't.
Nothing worth discussing, bro. But yet, he is so fucking hungry to get on a debate with me.
Yep.
Right? When
You
you
damn right.
Debate's not really my fucking thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. So debates is not your thing, but you're willing to debate QuestX on race, right? Which has nothing to do with boxing, right? But all you do, you come on here, you complain about people talking about race all the goddamn time. You wish people would stick to boxing. But all of a sudden, you're doing a complete 180. You have no problem having a conversation with QuestX about race. But now when it comes to boxing debates, you don't want no part of. I don't quite understand you. I don't know, man. You need to stay off that alcohol. Really, seriously. Because you're not making any sense whatsoever. But let's continue.
So, you know, people talking about topics, I like that. I like it. I like to listen. I don't like to do all the talking and those things. It's nice to have different people with different opinions.
Of
right?
course you don't, because first of all, the reason why you like to listen, because you have no knowledge whatsoever. So when people do have a conversation about boxing knowledge, I guarantee you just freeze, because you have no points that you can articulate when it comes to an honest boxing discussion. So that's the reason why you don't like debates, and that's the reason why you rather sit there and listen rather than speak, because you have no knowledge of. So let's continue.
It's not so boring. But some guys, like him, other people, they're just so fucking egotistical. And that's Dan's problem. You know, this is all stemming from fucking ego.
No.
He fucking thinks he's such a smart fucking guy.
I am.
That he wants to do this strictly to try to make me look bad.
Well, here's the thing. Of course I will do that, because you know that. Second, since you really want to have an honest boxing discussion, I'm giving you an opportunity. I'm giving you a platform to do that. But it seems to me that you're not willing to engage. So again, you're being a hypocrite, because you come on here, you slam people for not talking about boxing. Rather they deflect to race most of the time. And I know I know that's the people that you like to talk to about a lot, right? I will get to them in a second, all right, and then shed some light on what they really like to do. And then here you are complaining about me calling you out for debate about a boxing discussion. So I don't quite understand this. Oh man, but let's carry on.
Well, Dan, you're trying to debate a topic that's well over a fucking year old. The whole Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, because you brought it up in that video response towards Charlie Brown, so that's why I called you out on it. You the one that brought it up, not me.
Manny Pacquiao fucking issue. There's no way you can win a debate because
Yeah, I can.
it's an opinion.
Yeah.
Your opinion.
It's opinion, but it also has facts. That's the reason why we have a debate on whose fighters are greater than the other, okay? Yes, a lot of opinion will be injected into it, but there's a lot of facts that will back up the opinion. So that's why it's your job, if you really believe that, come on to my channel, we'll debate it, and you convince people why Manny Pacquiao is greater than Evander Holyfield. Because you will do a terrible job at that, all right? That's why you probably won't, this is why you won't debate me on it. So let's go ahead and continue. If you are, I mean, I haven't played the whole video, but let's see if you actually will take my debate. So let me hold that thought for a minute, all right? I'll give you a chance. So let's see.
And that Evander Holyfield is greater than Manny Pacquiao. It's my opinion that Manny Pacquiao is greater than Evander. Right? I have lots of respect for Evander, so it's not like I'm trying to demean him in the process.
Yeah.
Unlike you, who is trying to demean Pacquiao, right? But the point is, what are we going to debate? We all know the fucking stats and the facts. We know how many titles fucking each guy won. We know who they beat. We know. Everybody knows. This isn't that old of a topic, right? So what exactly are we going to do? You're going to rehash the fucking fight?
You know, it's funny though. He says I respect the vendor, but I don't demean him. But yet, this dude, when we had a conversation on, the Hangout with Librarian, when we had the Hangout debate, whatever you want to call it, this dude was trying to slam it. He was slamming Evander Holyfield's career cruiserweight. All right. He said that Evander Holyfield fought a bunch of nobodies over there. Although he beat 5 world champions, he cleaned it out. Obviously, he beat a Hall of Famer, and he beat a lineal champion who has over 10 successful title defenses, Carlos De Leon, a guy who should be in the Hall of Fame. So, anyhow, let's continue.
Since Evander Holyfield was on, you're going to try to act like beating Tyson at that point of Tyson's career was some fucking great thing.
It is.
You're going to talk about
exactly, because first of all, Tyson was a 21-5 to 1 favorite to win that fight. Okay, Tyson cherry-picked Evander Holyfield rather than Tyson should have fought Lennox Lewis for the to defend his unified titles, but he elected not to do so. And Tyson got criticized for taking that fight with Evander to begin with, because you keep forgetting. You don't want people to know that Evander Holyfield was way past his best. Many people thought he was shot because of the fact that he got knocked out by Riddick Bowe. He took a lot of beatings when he went up to heavyweight against bigger, stronger men who outgunned him in many fights, okay? Yeah, this is Evander Holyfield who's coming off who had a serious heart condition, who was told he could never fight again after his first loss to Michael Moore. Yeah, this is a guy who went in that ring, took Tyson out of his element and beat him and knocked him out. Something that no one expected that was going to happen. Yeah, let's forget about that one, right? You're going to sit there and say that wasn't a great win? Get the fuck out of here, please. Mike Tyson, Hall of Famer, a guy who dominated his division, all right, who struck fear in that division. Come on, man, don't do that. This is the reason why you won't do it. This is the reason why I have a feeling that you won't take up on my offer. But let's continue.
About his fight with Lennox, and you're going to give him credit for that?
Of course, even though he lost the fight, obviously, yeah, you can't give him credit for winning the fight. I'll give him some credit for taking the fight, but he lost the fight. But guess what? It's no shame losing to Lennox Lewis. But let's continue.
Right? And then I'm going to pull out James Toney and fucking guys who beat him, and then you're going to fucking...
Yeah, see, exactly. See what you're doing? You're trying to discredit Evander Holyfield already. He lost to James Toney, which we all know is a future Hall of Famer, and he lost to Lennox Lewis, who was a Hall of Famer. Yeah, we know that. But it's better to lose to those guys than losing to Ristico Torrio Campo at flyweight. Yeah, you don't want me to talk about that one, right? Yeah, a guy who was 11-4-3, right? Who knocked out Manny Pacquiao when Manny Pacquiao was going into his 11th or 12th pro fight, right? I remember this little conversation you had with a guy named Let's Go Champ. What happened to Let's Go Champ? He was a cool cat. But anyways, Let's Go Champ had chimed in on this, and he asked you really think that Manny Pacquiao is greater than Evander Holyfield? Pacquiao got knocked out by a guy who was 11-4-3. And your response was, oh, see, this is how inept about your boxing knowledge about this. Your response was, oh, he was young. He was 17, 18 years old. So you can't give Pacquiao flack for that. Bullshit. Bullshit. You knew how old Ezra Charles was? Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Do you know how old that Ezra Charles was when he fought Charlie Burley? Do you know? No, you don't know. Okay, I'll tell you how old Ezra Charles was. Ezra Charles was 18 years old when he fought Charlie Burley. A dangerous and prime Charlie Burley, a Hall of Famer Charlie Burley, a Black Murderers Row member Charlie Burley. He beat him. He beat him not only once, but he beat him twice. Okay? Mike Tyson was 20 years old when he became world champion. So I don't want to hear this bullshit excuses about age, okay? First of all, Pacquiao's fighting on the professional ring circuit. Yes, he's 17, 18 years old. But the fact is, he lost to a guy who did nothing in his career, who finished his career, 16, 9 and 5 or something like that, around that range. So losing to a guy like that is much more pitiful than, it's pitiful than Holyfield losing to Lewis and Tony. Lewis, who's a Hall of Famer, who's a dominant heavyweight champion, and James Toney, who's a future Hall of Famer as well. So don't go there. But let's continue.
But complain that, well, he was old and he had fucking medical issues, and
yeah,
you're gonna pull out all that stuff.
Yeah, he was able to accomplish a lot during that time.
That's all it is. I will talk about Pacquiao and how he has more division championships than anybody in history.
Yeah, he does, 8 divisions, but I could also go further than that. But if you really want to debate on it, come on. But let's just see if you really want to debate on that. So, yeah, he has 8 divisions, but the fact is that Pacquiao didn't fight everybody when he was moving up to those weight classes. I could bring that up. I could bring up a lot of guys that he avoided moving up in weight. See, this is the reason why you probably don't want to debate me on this, because you know I'm going to bring this up, right? Let's go back to flyweight, right? Mark Too Sharp Johnson, a pound-for-pound fighter, all-time great, Hall of Famer. Pacquiao didn't fight him. Why didn't he fight Mark Too Sharp Johnson? Why didn't he fight Ricardo Lopez? Why didn't he fight Rosendo Alvarez? Why didn't he fight Irene Pacio? He didn't fight none of those guys. Yeah, moving up in the weights, let's talk. I can go further. Let's fight Humberto Soto, huh? What about Edwin Valero? What about Paulie Ayala, huh? Johnny Tapia. How come he didn't fight none of those guys? I can go on and on about Pacquiao moving up in 8 different weight classes and the fighters that he did not fight. And I can talk about his title runs as well, too. So you don't want me to go there, but let's continue.
Right? The great resume he has against legitimate people.
Oh, so you're saying Evander Holyfield didn't fight legit competition? Really? Okay, so Evander Holyfield fought a dominant heavyweight champion, beat him when he was, when Evander was way past his best, way past his prime, when people thought he was totally shot. Okay, beat 5 Hall of Famers, beating 3 undisputed champions. I can go on and on and on, bruh. On and on and on. So, how many undisputed champions has Pacquiao beaten? Oh, rhetorical question. Answer is 0. How many unified championships has Pacquiao won? Rhetorical question, 0. So, which means he never cleaned out his division. He never became an undisputed champion. So, yeah. Let's continue.
Top level ATG guys, and
Yeah, speaking of that, Evander Holyfield beat 5 Hall of Famers. How many Manny Pacquiao's beaten so far? Only 2. Yes, he's going to get more down the road, but obviously they're not on the Hall of Fame list yet. So at this time, you can't give him credit for those wins as Hall of Fame wins until they get into the Hall of Fame and the names that he beat. So let's continue.
We're talking about one guy who's retired.
Yeah.
Isn't going to be fighting any more guys.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
One guy who still isn't retired. Still has other names he's going to be putting on his resume over the next probably year. I don't think he's going to fight too much more, but nonetheless.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I have no time. I have no passion for having this conversation.
Again, you have no passion having a boxing discussion, but you have a passion to talk about race, even though you complain about people talking about race all the time. Why the LDBC always talking about race? Why can't they just stick to boxing? Again, I'm offering you a platform to do it, but again, let's play this video and see if you're going to take up on my
offer. I have
offer.
a problem talking to you about it and going back and forth, but you already know what I'm going to say, and I already know what you're going to say.
Yep, and I'm going to go further than what I just said.
The problem with you in debate, and everybody's seen this, when you talk to low plays, your attitude, it's the way you come at people.
Really. So when it's funny though, because when you talk to me, you start to have a change of attitude towards me. You start to become more vital. I wonder why. Why? Remember that conversation we had on the Librarians Hangout? Why you became more vital towards me than him? What is that all about? Is it the fact that because I'm African American? Yeah, I know that has to be it because you can't stand black people. We all know that. We all know you're a bigot. And with that fucked up smile that you have. So let's continue.
Negative, throwing insults.
Yep, unless you do that to me first.
Attention. Just looking for, can I have a conversation with a guy like you?
Yep.
Who already is coming in fucking judgmental.
Yep.
And fucking negative to begin with.
Negativity. Let's see. Let's see. You have over 330 videos. I'm losing count here, but it is what it is. For my estimate, the last time I checked, you have 330 videos attacking the LDBC. You got 50 semi-videos, 60 more attacking me. You got over 40 attacking the librarian. Seems like you're supporting him now, but hey, you can support whoever you want to support, but yeah, I don't think the librarian is on your side here. But, you know, he and I will talk about that, but it is what it is. And by the way, me and the librarian are still best of buddies, boys, so you can get that out of your head, because there's no beef between the librarian and I. We're still brothers, believe it or not, okay? Now, there's one thing I was aware of, but we'll get to that in the end of the video here. Let's continue.
You know, in the beginning of your video, you're already slacking.
Oh, forgot one more thing. You got over 30 videos attacking 78 Sports TV, so I don't understand how can you say that I'm negative, and I rarely make any videos attacking people. Yeah, the guy I've been going at recently, you know, was Low Place, but the thing is, Low Place has been coming after me, so he's been trolling the hell out of me, and I warned him. I said, look, man, if you're gonna keep trolling me, I'm gonna troll you right back, like I warned you. Stop trolling me or anybody else, then I'm gonna troll you back. Now you see how it feels to be trolled, right?
Right? And we haven't even started having a conversation yet.
Mm-hmm.
We all saw your fucking debates with
Low Place. Yeah.
How you fucking don't listen.
Yeah, it's funny though. I do listen, but the problem with Low Place is that every time I present a question to him, he drift off to something that totally had nothing to do with the question I asked him, and it's very frustrating because he keep dragging his answers out to like 2-3 minutes. He doesn't get to the point, and I get tired of it. This is the reason why I have little patience with him in regard to that. But all fairness to Low Place, though, all fairness, I will say this: at least he's willing to debate. I'll give him that. Okay, he don't run from debates. Number 2, he has a little bit of more boxing knowledge than you. I will give him that at least. And that right there is a compliment to Low Place. All right, so it is what it is. Let's continue.
You talk over people. You're disrespectful.
Yep. Yeah. I talk over people when I have to. Okay. Yeah. Like for example, when you give me an answer, if you give me a non-answer, if you give me a question, if you give me an answer to a question that I asked, well, let me take that back. If you give me a non-answer to a question that I ask you, yes, I'm going to stop you right there because you're not going to get off topic. I'm going to ask you again. That's not the question I asked you. Now, if you're going to bring a point in to support the answer, I'll do that because that's what I do. So if you're not doing that and you get off to something else, then yeah, I got to stop you right there. So that's why I talk over you.
Why would I even want to waste my time? I gave you 3 hours of my time once.
Yep. And you fucked up.
Why would I want to waste any more time debating with you?
Yeah, your ass got creamed. Yeah, you got creamed by me in the library. Yeah, 3 hours. You got your ass creamed because your ass went on there and you told us you said that you will discuss anything that we want to talk about, anything that we would like, right? And you said not only that you have no problem coming on with me, you have no problem, coming on with me, I should say. You have no problem coming on with the librarian. And in fact, you have no problem talking to both of us at the same time. And that's what you said. And all of a sudden now you're crying and bitching about how you got ganged up by me and him and all that. Although this is what you asked for and this is what you get, okay? We asked you simple questions and you folded like a little bitch. You folded. Simple questions that you claimed you had knowledge on certain fighters like Robinson and Edson Charles, which I'll get to in a second. I ain't done yet.
Right? Especially about these topics. Because where exactly are we going to go with the whole Holyfield fucking Pacquiao thing?
Yeah, we are.
We both know what we're going to say.
Yeah.
What are you going to say that's...
Our job is to convince our viewers that who's greater than the other. That's the whole point of the debate. That's the whole point of it. Of course, that's what we're going to talk about.
Fucking different. Then you already said in the comment sections that we fucking went back and...
Yeah, and I could add more that you don't know.
Right? Didn't we already do this? Didn't we already go over it? So, what new information are you going to enlighten people with?
Oh, I got more information.
Interesting.
I got a lot more information. That's why I want you to come on my platform.
I don't care about fucking other people, and I don't care about you. But how are you going to make this...
You don't care about me, but yet you troll the hell out of me. You just can't wait to see what opinion I have to say that you don't like. So, yeah, so, okay, you don't care about me, but you make over 40, 50 videos dissing me. Okay, I see how that goes.
It's an interesting topic for me that I'm motivated and interested in fucking wasting my time.
Yeah, about race.
I'm not fucking...
Wait a minute, what did you say about Tony Zell? Hold on.
Me. I don't care about fucking other people, and I don't care about you. But
Yeah, you do care about the LDBC. I forgot to mention that.
I think this is an interesting topic for me that I'm motivated and interested in fucking wasting my time. And for Zale and GG, I'm not fucking interested.
Really?
Not interested at all.
Why?
Even fucking discussing that.
Why?
Because what is the point?
What is the point? You said that Triple G. Gennady Golovkin is greater than Tony Zell. That's the point. If you really believe that, then come on to my platform and talk to me about it. Come on, defend Golovkin. Let's see if you're willing to do it. Come on.
I never said fucking anything about resume. I didn't even...
Yes, you did. You said he was greater than Tony Zell. Stop lying. Yes, you did.
bring up Zale in that conversation.
Yeah, you did.
Because that's the kind of fucking guy you are.
Yeah, you did.
You just want to fucking name drop and try to come off like an egotistical fucking dude.
Really? I'm not that egotistical.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking burn him. I'm
Yep.
gonna say all kinds of information about Zale that he doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
I know who Tony Zale is.
Yeah, right. Just like you said you knew about Ezra Charles. When I asked you to debate me on Ezra Charles versus Sugar Ray Leonard, I remember this is a similar conversation we had a while back. Oh, I'm not interested in debating dead guys. But when I challenged you on Ezra Charles, you didn't even fucking know who he fought and who he beat. You had no clue about him. And we asked you in the librarian, me and the librarian asked you a simple question about Sugar Ray Robinson. Name one of his opponents that he beaten or he's fought, and name some of his accomplishments. You couldn't even do that. You froze. So, for you to say that you know about Tony Zell, I don't believe you. I really don't believe you. You might be able to go through BoxRec right now and look up some, some key pieces of information about him. But other than that, you probably don't know the full extent to his career because BoxRec doesn't even tell you all those. It doesn't give you that full extensive information. So, yeah, let's continue.
I know his resume is better than Golovkin, but that doesn't change my opinion.
That's not what you said. You said that Golovkin was greater than Tony Zell. So now you're conceding that Tony Zell is greater than Golovkin based off his resume. Okay. Now let's continue.
That he would knock Zell out. It's the
Okay.
same as the opinion that Boxing Librarian had. That he felt that Hagler would knock out Golovkin.
Yeah, there's a difference because first of all, when Hagler fought in the 80s, the technical skills that you see today have not changed so much compared to the technicality that you saw from the 80s, okay? Now, as opposed to Zell, when he fought in this era, yes, the fighters back then weren't quite as technical, okay? That's not until, of course, Sugar Ray Robinson came along and Ezra Charles, amongst others, those guys started to enhance the technicality when it came to the sport. But in the 80s, it got more advanced. So, and from the 80s to this era, it hasn't changed much. So that's why the librarian, has a very strong opinion on Hagler being able to knock out Golovkin based off Golovkin's limitations, okay? Because Golovkin is not, let's say he is a skilled fighter, yes, but he does have a lot of limitations. So based off those limitations as far as having very poor defense, not moving his head, not being able to parry off punches very well, very slow reaction time, slow-handed, slow-footed type of guy, yeah, Hagler will eat that up, and Golovkin will eat. He will not eat, but he will be. Well, yeah, you can say the word eat. He'll be taking so many goddamn straight rights from Hagler. And Hagler, that was Hagler's best punch, even though he was a southpaw. When he threw that straight right, yeah, it was money. It was dangerous. So, Yeah, Golovkin's chin won't be able to hold up against Hagler's power. I'm just being honest. It won't, and I have to agree with the librarian on that one.
You didn't see me shit on him because he had that opinion. That's his opinion. He can't prove that.
Yeah, he did.
You know, that's just his opinion that Hagler would knock out Golovkin.
Yeah.
Right? But we both know that Golovkin and Hagler both have great chins. Right? That was the one.
Yeah. Hagler had a great chin, but his defense was far superior because Hagler didn't always rely on his chin to get him through fights. He was able to slip off punches very well. He was able to counter effectively. He had faster reflexes than Hagler. Than Golovkin. Yes, Hagler was not the quickest guy, but he definitely was quick enough to to parry off punches and slip through them. So, as opposed to Golovkin, who just stand there hoping his chin was gonna last to get him through fights, that's gonna be detrimental for him because unlike Hagler, Golovkin has taken way too much punishment in his career. Hagler didn't take too much punishment in his career, other than his fight with John Mugabe. That was probably the only fight that I've seen. In part, of course, Tommy Hearns in that particular fight as well, where he took some punishment. Obviously, that fight only lasted 3 rounds, but other than that, he did take some punishment in that fight. Aside from that, and the Mugabe fight. But so those are major differences between Hagler and Golovkin. Is that fact? Hagler didn't sit there and let people hit him at will. Golovkin does. So it is what it is.
One thing that he stepped on his own toes when he said, basically, praising Hagler.
Yep.
Taking Mugabe's punches, but saying that there's no way Golovkin would stand up to his punches. But
no, he won't.
Hagler already did it. It's already been done. We've seen it before.
Yep.
It's not as if Mugabe's punches were so fucking destructive.
Hey, look at you. You trying to discredit John Mugabe, discredit Hagler, man. What the fuck, dude? There you go again, talking about I'm not trying to discredit Marvin Hagler, but here you are discrediting one of his most fiercest opponents at that time in his prime, John Mugabe. There you go again. Do you want me to go into Golovkin's record? Huh? Do you want me to do that? Let me tell you something. Beating John Mugabe is far better than beating what's his name? It's far better than beating Willie Monroe and Matthew Macklin and Norberto Ishida. It's far better than beating Kell Brook. I'll tell you that right now. Far better win than Golovkin beating those guys. But let's continue.
Somebody never took them and fucking walked through them. We've seen someone do it. So, of course, potentially, Golovkin could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of this is just opinion-based. And there's nowhere to go. We're just gonna...
Yeah, just like the racial discussion that you were trying to get involved with with Quet Sex. Okay, that's pretty much opinionated as well. But there are facts behind that, just like the boxing debate. Okay, there's opinions involved in that when we try to stick up with certain fighters, but there's a lot of facts that's behind it. So there's a reason why there's a debate. Yes, you cannot debate solely on opinion, but you got to have facts to back that up. So see, I guess this is why you have the very, very difficult time understanding that simple logic. Again, this is the reason why I asked you to come on. But let's get to the end and see if you actually would like to do it.
Criticize low plays, which is funny, about always wanting to talk about Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah, exactly.
But then here you are, bringing up fucking old topics and always wanting to do the same thing.
Yeah, actually, because, again, you brought it up. So, in your last video, you talked about Charlie Brown, so that's why I brought it up. Come on.
Time and time again, right? You still fucking want to troll Golovkin.
I don't troll Golovkin. I don't make videos every day criticizing him. I don't do it. All right? The only time I've talked about Golovkin is what it is, more recently is about his fights. That's about it. I'm not making any videos every day criticizing the man. In fact, I've given Golovkin credit for the fact that he stepped up his competition. All right? I have no room to criticize him now to that extent. All right? But the fact I will say is that you guys are still overrating him, okay? His power is overrated. You don't want to acknowledge the fact that he's got technical flaws. So if you can't admit to that, this is the reason why I have to criticize, because I can't understand this fanboyism that you have for Golovkin, which you openly admitted that you are a fanboy. You will not criticize him. You will not criticize him under any circumstances, which is very, very hypocritical for you, because you're asking for other people to be neutral and partial to criticize their favorite fighters, but when it comes to Golovkin, you won't do it. All right. Anyways, let's forward this.
Even though, why? If I'm so repugnant and you blocked me from your station,
yep.
Even though I blocked you first.
No, that's not true. Stop lying.
Trolling.
No, that's not true. Because what happened? You trolled the hell out of me when I was making my fire video by Andre Ward. Okay. So basically what happens is that you was trying to shit on Andre Ward, and you called me a ghetto such and such, and I was like, okay, you keep talking all that shit, and then you had the hole in Taiwan that you live in, and you got mad, and then I blocked you before you could block me. So let's be realistic, all right? I told you this would be my last response towards your ass, and then you came over and trolled me when I said that. So stop lying, okay? It's funny that you get mad about people blocking you, but yet you still try to come on to our live hangouts and have a discussion. First of all, why should we have a discussion with you when you constantly disrespect us, or me particularly? All right, you constantly disrespect me, and I told your ass to stay off my fucking channel the last time I had that hangout with me, Ticket, and DCB, and Bo from Truth of Boxing Facts, okay? And you want to talk about, I just want to talk about boxing. No. You're not going to come in here and think everything's going to be all right. I'm banning you from my channel, period. All right, so I'm sure you butthurt about that, but it is what it is.
Fucking constantly going on and on and on about the same topic, fucking over and over.
No. That's what you do. You always talk about race. You always talk about YTBC. You always talk about me. You always talk about the librarian. You talk about John Boxing, Dream Chaser. Now you've been going after Knox. Now you're going after Quest X. But, you have a very fetish fixation over black men, aside from the librarian. But other than that, yeah, I don't know what's your fixation towards African American men or black men in general. What is it about you that you're not telling us? You have a fixation about them. It's black this, black that, black this, black that, they're other than this, that, and the third. Oh, man. All right, let's continue.
I blocked you, so
no, you didn't.
Now and act like you blocked me.
I did.
But I'm this guy who.
Hold on for a second. All right, as we were saying.
People's comment sections, like the little plays, which has nothing to do with you. You telling him to block me and get me off.
Yep.
So why would I waste my time having a conversation with you? I didn't want to waste my time having a conversation with Quest X. It's just he's such a fucking idiot.
Huh?
I just wanted to fucking see if he would actually fucking even bother to follow through. Much like DCB put out these big things to challenge people and then didn't fucking debate anybody. Because he purposely.
So it's funny again. You go after these guys for ducking debates, whatnot, supposedly with you, but yet when I call you out, you're not interested in debating me. Oh, okay, all right, I see how it is. You fucking coward! Don't do that. Don't run for me. Don't run. All right, I just want to have an honest boxing discussion with you. Okay. This is what you're here for, right? Let's have an honest boxing discussion. But since you don't want to do that, you punk it out, just as I thought. But go ahead.
So nobody would be able to debate you, right? You guys and fucking your whole debate stuff, it's all ego driven.
No, it's not.
I don't call fucking anybody out. You don't see me challenging people in debates.
Yeah. You challenged debates with me before, and you backed out of it. See, this is what you do. You're not telling the entire truth. Okay, after that thrashing you got from me in the library, you were trolling me in the library because you were so humiliated, you were so embarrassed, you were trying to redeem yourself, so you called me out for debate. I said, okay, why not? Let's do it. And you backed out from it when I asked you, let's debate on Roman Gonzalez versus Gennady Golovkin. You refused to do it. Yeah, so don't sit there and talk about you're not interested, you're not calling people out. You called people out before. But yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But now all of a sudden, you're not calling people out all of a sudden because you know damn well in heart you can't do well in debates. You know you can't. So, but yeah, the point, aside from being called out and whatnot, but you were happy to oblige to Quest X offer to talk about race. You were happy to do that, but not about a boxing discussion. Okay.
You mean chasing after people on their page, fucking saying, oh, let's debate. Even John Boxing, which, that would be an easy debate. Easy. But I still don't do that. I'm not trying to
debate a
go
bit.
on a video
Debate him.
trying to make John look bad. He does that well enough on his own. I don't need to assist him in that.
Yep, you make yourself look
If
bad.
you want to do something, maybe if I'm fucking free, I will spend a few minutes fucking talking to you.
Oh, so you willing to do it?
Depending on your attitude and how you follow through on things, maybe I will actually sit there and put up a debate towards Holyfield and Pacquiao, even though I don't see to what end.
No, let's do both. Pacquiao, Holyfield, and Tony Zell and Gennady Golovkin. Come on. Don't wuss out. Let's do it. Let's go to the full extent. Come on.
Everybody who is going to watch the video is well aware of what Pacquiao has done and well aware of what Evander has done.
Yeah, but they'll know more that you don't
It's
know.
not like we're just discussing even a top topic that's relevant. Right. There's a lot of things we could discuss that are probably more relevant today.
Nah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. See, now you're trying to drift away from. I don't want to have a history discussion. No. We're going to talk about history because you always bring up history whenever you defend Golovkin. Okay, you do this all the goddamn time. You bring up history when you went after Hagler's resume, when you went after Bernard Hopkins' resume. So we're going to have a history discussion. So either you put up or you shut up. Okay, you defend these guys right now on my platform.
I'm open. It's fine, but my patience with you is limited.
Yeah. My patience is limited. Yeah, you know it's funny though, because my patience is extremely limited with you. Okay, but the fact is, I made a choice. I said, you come on my channel right now. You come on my channel. You defend these guys. You state your case. All right. And I'm gonna hit you with a lot of questions and a lot of things you don't even know about these guys that you're unaware of. You may think you know everything about them, but you don't. All right. So let's go. Let's continue.
And the way you carry yourself, it could be a very short fucking video.
Of course, because you won't have any points to combat me with.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because that's the kind of guy I am. I don't take any of this personal, even with all the repugnant fucking shit you pushed and the fact that you continue to fucking push out this shit, even when you see people like Boxing Librarian going in on fucking this guy, right? Fucking saying the same thing.
Oh, my bad. Let's go back. I don't know why that happened.
There's a lot of things we could discuss that are probably more relevant today. But we will see. I'm open. It's fine.
Nah,
but,
see, again.
My patience with you is like people like Boxing Librarian.
Okay, there we go.
Going in on fucking this guy, right? Fucking saying the same thing that I've been saying for a long time. But still, you're gonna.
Quest X and the Boxing Librarian beef. Let me be honest about that. I was totally unaware of that. All right, I did not know those two were beefing. Okay, and yes, I shout out Quest X, but when I did that, I did not know that he was beefing with the Librarian. I don't understand what's going on with that situation. I will say one thing: I'm gonna stay out of that. I just hope those two would just come to amends somehow, some way. The Boxing Librarian I'm happy to call him a bro of mine. He's a brother of mine. I really respect the Boxing Librarian a lot. All right. And as far as Quake Sex, I do respect him too, but at the same time, I just don't want them to, to clash over something. If whatever the disagreement is, they will find. I do truly hope that they'll find an amends. All right. I really hope they will. Okay. So yeah, I just have to lay that out.
Gonna fucking call this guy, shout him out, right? When he's doing the exact same thing I fucking have said that I've said over and over again.
Yeah, they talk about race, but here's the thing about Quest X. When he talks about race, he doesn't always talk about race when it comes to boxing, okay? When he talks about race, he talks about other social issues, okay? He talks about social issues that's going on outside of boxing, okay? Which is, I have no problem with that. That's something you totally want people to ignore. I don't know why it bothers you a lot, okay? Especially with the economic equality, the economic dire straits that we're dealing with at this point, particularly, with the oppression of African Americans and in the hands of law enforcement. Then you have the judicial system, I should say, and then you have the NFL situation with players refusing to stand for the national anthem. Then you have other professional sports organizations following that trend as well. So yeah, Quest does chime in on that. All right, that's what he likes to do. That's his prerogative. All right, but he doesn't bother anyone when he does it. Okay, the only person that bothers is you, because you can't help but to help comment on that and troll him when he does it. Now, as far as the Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder situation, yeah, I disagree with Quest on that one. All right. Now, yeah, is everybody going in on Anthony Joshua? They're going too far with it. Yes, I do agree with that. So is the Joshua people are doing the same. Joshua fans are doing the same thing. Okay, but the fact is, this is not what this video is about. Okay, so but the point is that I agree with Quest on most of the things he said. I disagree with some of the things he did. All right. So the Librarian, I agree with most of the things he said all the time. 95% of the time, I disagree with the Librarian. All right. But 5% I disagree, but it's always been respectful. There's nothing, we never throw insults at each other. That's how much respect that I have for him, and that's how much respect that he has for me. Okay, again. So, I hope those two could come to amends, and I think they will, and hope they put their differences aside. So let's continue.
That they've done. and they do. And even somebody else that you respect has even called them out the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The same thing I've repeatedly said. But you want to shout him out.
Yeah.
And respect has even called him out the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing I've repeatedly said. But you want to shout him out. And then you want to pick up his fight for him.
What fight? I ain't picking up nobody's fight. I'm not picking up the fight for him. I'm just saying that when you brought up Holyfield and Pacquiao, when you brought my name up at one time, and then all of a sudden when you're calling out Quest X for duck you for debate, I decided to say, you know what, it seems like you're in debate mode now, so that's why I want to challenge you on it, since you brought that up in your last video about Holyfield and Pacquiao. All I did was call you out on it. I just want to have an honest discussion. But it seems like from this video, from what I got from it, is that you're running away from it. You're running away from an honest boxing discussion to debate with me. And now your stipulation is that, well, I will only talk about it if it's modern times. See, there you go again with this modern talk. But yeah, you don't want to talk about history, even though you talk about history most of the time when you try to prop up other fighters that you admire so much. With your stupid ass smile and that drunk eyes that you have. Anyways, I'm not going to play any more of this, alright? Because, anyways, I heard enough. So, again, it appears that you're running away from me. You're ducking the debate, as I probably would have expected. So, so you have no business to go after Quest X and Dream Chaser Boxing for allegedly ducking debates with you. But yet, you're ducking a debate with me once again. Once again, you're ducking a debate with me. You can't even back up most of the things you're saying. You're saying about Manny Pacquiao in a debate, which is totally disgusting. Or Gennady Golovkin. You can't even do it. Oh my goodness. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. But it is what it is. But if you do have, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, like you said about me. If you do have a change of heart, please let me know. Again, because I'm not setting the timetable. You're welcome to come on my channel anytime. And we'll talk about Manny Pacquiao and Evander Holyfield. And we'll definitely talk about Tony Zell and Gennady Golovkin. It's not about the opinion that you think Golovkin is going to knock him out. No. You said that Golovkin is greater than Tony Zell. And I want you to back that up. Alright? So, again, my offer is still out there to you. I'm out.